I have a terribly inappropriate Poker Face parody ready for this video, but I'm not gonna release it.
Is the Ace of Vegas, the Ace of Vegas.
Hey guys, it's Ace of Vegas here. So today I wanted to go ahead and tell you guys about a new way I found to play Binions video poker, or more accurately the Binions casino app. What I'm actually doing is I actually downloaded a new application called the Video Poker Assistant. There's another one called the Video Poker Trainer that you can use on the App Store for Google Play. It's free. This Video Poker Assistant, it was 99 cents on the App Store for Amazon. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and show it off here. There's actually going to be a screenshot here in the lower left-hand corner here. And basically what it is it's the, so basically what we end up doing here on the Video Poker Assistant is we can actually use this on the Video Poker app to teach us which hands are good and which hands aren't good while we're playing the video poker, and it's actually very easy to use. So all you have to do is when you're on the application, actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and show it off here. There's actually gonna be a screenshot here in the lower left-hand corner here, and basically what it is it's the, so basically what we end up doing here on the Video Poker Assistant is we can actually use this on the Video Poker app to teach us which hands are good and which hands aren't good while we're playing the video poker, and it's actually very easy to use. So all you have to do is when you're on the application, you go ahead and set up your game first. It gives you the options of jacks or better, double bonus, or double bonus. And then after you've selected your game, you can go ahead and edit your payouts. Now I have them set up to whatever my payout is on the video poker game here, and just have it divided by 1,000 so it fits on there. The maximum is 9,999,000, so I had to be creative with the math there. Wasn't a big deal. And then after that, you just go ahead and pick your cards and go through. It's actually very easy. So we'll go ahead and do a sample hand on the app here. So let's say, for example, that let's go ahead and do a sample hand now with the jacks or better game, and I'll show you how that works. So you set up your bet line and all that, and you go ahead and deal things, right? So here's a sample hand here. So on the app, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and select the number 7 over here, and we're going to get the spades that correspond to this the 7 over here. Now there's a queen over here, so we're going to take the queen and we're going to correspond that to hearts now, which is actually very good. And now we'll go ahead and take the 2, and then we'll go ahead and correspond that to hearts as well too. We'll take the 5, correspond that to hearts as well, and then we'll go ahead and take the king and make that a club. So you go ahead and pick all those, and it shows you the options here. So it shows you what your best play is on the screen here on the game, and then you go ahead and pick the ones on the Binions game over here and hit the draw button. After you do that, it makes the decision. So it looks like it didn't work out this time. We were 1 off for a flush, but it tells you the best decision there based on the algorithm. Now you can't use this in the actual casino, it's considered cheating, but you can use it to better your game so that you have a better time. I've actually used this app to train myself so I can actually do better at video poker, and I'm able to basically withdraw free play as money. So I've had an 82% success rate in winning when I've been using the video poker app over here to train myself, and I've done a lot better. So, yeah, let's go ahead and see how we do. We'll go ahead and put 100 hands on the clock there, and we'll go ahead and see what we do with this one. And, yeah, we'll go ahead and go from there. So let's see how we do. On your mark, get set, ready, and deal. Okay, so we're starting off strong here. I think we are sitting at, alright, so we got a 3 of spades, 4 of diamonds, 4 of hearts, and then we also have a 5 of clubs. No, excuse me, spades here. And then we have an ace of diamonds, so that's going to be all important stuff here. Looks like our best bet is just to hold the 2 4s. This is hand number 1. Let's see how we do with this, and draw. Alright, so that's not so good, so we're going to go ahead and deal again. And then it looks like we got ourselves a 6 of spades. Nope, we have a 6 of clubs, actually. So we're going to go ahead and undo everything. And we have ourselves a, alright, so we have ourselves a 6 of clubs, a 6 of diamonds, a king of clubs, a 10 of spades, and a queen also of spades. So let's go ahead and see. So it's highly implying that we should use just the pair here. Let's go ahead and run that and see what happens. Nope. Alright, that's 2 losses in a row now. So let's go ahead and see what happens when we go to our next round of hands here. So we'll go ahead and, I think we're going to hold the 2 8s over here. I believe that those would be the correct play now. The 8 of diamonds, and then the 8 of spades as well, too. See, so after, or excuse me, 8 of clubs, not the 8 of spades. Now, it does matter what suit you use, though, because based on that, you have a higher probability of a flush versus a higher probability of a straight, so on and so forth. It's just good to know. And then just certain combinations are better than others. So it's always good to have your suits right, too. Now, obviously, we're going to hold the 2 8s. That's what the app's telling us, too. And then that's another, ooh, that's 3 straight losses there. That's pretty bad. I'm not sure how good this app really is now. Let's go ahead and keep going. Okay, so now we just hit our first 2 pairs, so obviously, no brainer on that one. We want to go ahead and hold the 2 pair there, because that's a guaranteed win. Unless the app tells us something completely crazy, but that's a guaranteed win. No questions asked. I think this particular app is really good for helping out with those obscure hands. Hey, look at that! And we got a full house. And we won 2 million on that one there. So we're actually up some money. We're up about $1 million from when we started. Which makes sense. Our playback percentage... Which makes sense. Our payback percentage is approximately 97.3%. So we'll see how that goes. So let's go ahead and go into the next one here. So we're taking the 10. Then we got the 5 of hearts here. And then we also got an 8 of diamonds, a 2 of diamonds, and then a queen of hearts. And it looks like high card queen is going to be our best bet. And we got a jacks or better. Okay, that's a win. So let's go ahead and keep it moving. So we got a 5 of clubs. And then we got a queen of spades. 8 of diamonds. 6 of clubs. And a 7 of hearts. So it looks like we're actually 1 away from a straight. So let's go ahead and see how we do with that. Oh, and we did get the straight. Okay. So we're 50-50 right now. We're 3 for 3. And then we can go ahead and try one more time. Just go ahead and see what else happens. So we'll start with an 8 here. It's an 8 of hearts. We got that king of clubs. We got that 6 of spades. That queen of hearts, and then that 2 of hearts as well. Okay. And we just want to hold the high cards on this one. Let's see what happens here. And negatory sorry. All right. And that's fine. That's fine. We're still ahead right now. So we got a jack of clubs. We've also got a 7 of clubs. We've got a queen of hearts. And then we've also got a 9 of spades, and then a 5 of diamonds. Let's go ahead and see how we do here. So it looks like our best bet. All right, so it looks like our best bet is to hold on to the. We're gonna hold on to the high cards there. We lost that one. One dude was trying to tag us with some barbecue tongs. You guys can't see her off screen over here, but that's what she was doing. Now you have to come. You have to come on and say hi now.
Hi.
And that is all. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, guys. So we're gonna hold those 4s. I'm pretty certain because we got the 4 of diamonds and the 4 of hearts, so we have a higher probability of getting 3 of a kind. I think is the trick there. Let's get the 6 of hearts in there too, and then we got the 7 of clubs, and then we'll have that ace of hearts. Yeah, so the 4s are the ones that we want to hold. And that was also another straight loss. Surprisingly, we're still up money, though. And we have a 3 of a kind. I don't know why we wouldn't just take the 3 of a kind, because that's a guaranteed win. But I'm curious. Let's go ahead and put it through the ringer and see what happens. And no surprise, the computer wants us to go ahead and do the 3 of a kind. Guaranteed 3 of a kind. All right, that's another win. Okay, and I think we're actually dangerously close to a straight here, so I'm not really sure what the proper play is on this one. That's why I'm going to refer to the app again. So we're going to do the Queen of Clubs. We're also going to do a King of Hearts, which I'm pretty sure is a character from Mobile Suit Gundam, or Mobile Suit Gundam Fighter, or G Gundam, or something like that. Can't remember which one. And let's see here. Yeah, I think we're just at the high cards here. I know we're really close. We're like 3 off from straight, but no, that wasn't going to happen anyway, so it didn't really matter. I think we can make all these decisions in under an hour. Here's the thing. So, video poker is a slower game than blackjack is, and it's also a slower game than the slots are. Slots are very, very fast. Slots, you can go ahead and make what is it? You can make 1,000 decisions in an hour, and you make about 1/10 of that in video poker traditionally, and in blackjack too, really, but still. Okay, and we got a jacks or better on that one, so that's a win. Let's see. I think we're up to. I think we got about 12 games in right now. So let's go ahead and keep this party rolling here. And I think we're 4 to a flush. Let's see, 8, 9, 10. Jack. If we got a queen of spades, we're gonna kill it. So I think what we do is we do the, because it's the 2 of diamonds, and everything else is a spade right now. So that's a spade, that's a spade, that's a spade, and that's a spade. So I think we hold everything that's suited here, and we lose. It's a pity that we lose, but you know, if that was a royal flush, that would have been, well, if that was a straight flush, that would have been like 12 million. That would have been amazing. That would have covered like pretty much our entire session. All right, and we got 2 pair already. We've played this exact same hand and we've won it, so we're gonna do the same thing. All right, banging, no brainer, easy stuff. All right, we got the 2 4s over here. I think that's the smart play, is just to hold those 2 4s. But let's go ahead and see what the computer tells us to do. And after a while, a lot of this becomes second nature. So it's always good to know. Yeah, quite certain that we just hold the 2 4s, and that is confirmed. And we got 2 pair. We got a win on that one. All right, and then we got a pair of kings. Let's hold those kings. Another win. So we're actually holding up pretty good so far. Oh, we got another pair of kings. Now, here's the tricky thing. Now, do we sacrifice a guaranteed win to possibly make it a flush? Would a flush be better? I don't think it would. Well, it'd be 5 times better if we got the flush, but what are the probabilities of that? That's what I can't really calculate offhandedly, and that's what we're going to go ahead and try to do the app. And that's why we're going to go ahead and use the app to go ahead and determine things. So I believe the correct play is just to hold these kings, and that is indeed the correct play. So let's stick with that. All right, there you go. Never throw away a guaranteed win. That's what we're getting at. Never throw away a guaranteed win. That's an easy one now. And we're actually doing pretty good here. Let's go ahead and see how we do on this one here. So we got another king of spades. We got another queen of clubs. We got a 10 of diamonds, a 9 of diamonds, and a 5 of clubs. So that 5 of clubs is definitely going away, I can tell. And we're just going to hold the high cards, even though they're not suited. We're also going to lose, but point is that we held the high cards. Okay, and our next hand, that puts us in a different position here, so we're gonna go ahead and check in these clubs. This ace over here is the hot fire, a 7. I think we're just gonna hold the ace if I know my hands right, and we're gonna lose even though we held the ace. So I think we're about 19 games in now. Alright, we're going to hold these 10s for sure. I can guarantee you guys that's the right play. And now that I've said that out loud, it's going to be completely wrong. King of Hearts again. Domino and Kashu from G Gundam. Yeah, he was the King of Hearts. That's what I was thinking of. Oh, actually, no. As it turns out, we do not hold both 10s. The correct play is to go with the suited King, Jack, and the 10 here. which is still going to lose, but apparently that was the correct play. Okay, cool. So we got a 7. So let's do the diamonds. We'll do the 7 of spades. And we'll do the 4 spades. We'll get the 9 of clubs, actually. And then the 7 of spades as well. What'd I miss? Oh, I missed the queen. I missed the queen of diamonds. Okay, so what we got over here is... Let me start over. Okay, so we got a pair of 7s, a 4, and 9, and a queen. The correct play is to hit those 7s over here. And we're also going to lose on that one, but that's fine. We're just moving forward. It's all cool. Okay, now this is a tricky one. I think we're 4 to a flush, so you want to pick that anyway. That's one off of a straight, or of a... Okay, so that's one off of a straight flush, so we want to make sure that we catch that. Otherwise, that would be a garbage hand, but let's see what happens. Yep, nothing on that one. Okay, and this is also kind of a garbagey hand here. I think we're just going to end up holding the ace. I think the ace is usually the best one to go with because it has the most pivot. I'm not entirely sure why, but I'm quite certain it has the most pivot. So that's the thing that happens. Hearts, those are good. Queens are also good of hearts. 7 of spades are always good. And then a king of diamonds. And nope, actually, as it turns out, we just want to hold the king and the queen because apparently they pivot better than the ace does. And it worked out just fine either way. All right. Up to our 10th win there. So we've had more losses than wins, but at the same time, we're still ahead a little bit in the money. So I believe a pair of 6s is the appropriate play for this one here. So because 1 6 of spades and the other is hearts. Now if we go down to the 7 here, that's a club, and then the 3, which is a spade, and the king, which is also a heart here. Seems to be our spirit card, the king of hearts right now. Then we lost. Okay. I think normally I would have held the king of hearts, and I probably would have won that, but that's not mathematically the correct play. Oh, and we got ourselves a straight here. 4, 5, 6, 7 straight. All right. Of course, I wonder, though, is it good to throw away a sure win? The correct answer to that is no, it's never good to throw away a sure win. But should you throw away the sure win anyway? Alright, yep, we drew into a clear win here, so let's go ahead and just do that clear win and take that win. That's straight. That's straight, though. Okay, so now here's a little bit of a tougher hand. So we have 3 to a flush, and then we have an ace and a 10. So the correct answer on this one is a little bit tougher. So let's go ahead and run it through the calculation here. I believe that the correct answer is to go with the jack, but I'm not sure entirely. Especially since 3 are suited. 3 cards are suited right now. And it's good to have suited cards. Gives you a higher probability of a flush even if everything doesn't match. Turns out correct play on this one, though, we also want to hold the ace, too, so we're going for the 2 high cards. Nope, negatory on that one. Okay, and this is another 1, 2, 3, nope, no 3. So I think the jack is actually the smartest play here. I'll go ahead and confirm that real quick. And I can actually feel my game getting a little bit better while I'm playing this game here. While I'm playing the simulator, I feel like my game is getting better. Yep, that is the jack. That is correct. Oh, and it turns into a straight. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Man, I wish we could take this into the casino. That'd be outstanding. Alright, so pair of twos. Something tells me that this is the correct play. But let's go ahead and find out, though. Yeah, it looks like the pair of twos is right. And let's see how badly we lose. Yep, that's a pretty bad loss. Pair of tens also looks right on this one here, but again, I feel like there might be some math I'm not performing correctly here. So let's go ahead and see. Especially since we have a couple of diamonds involved here. No, the pair of tens is correct. I remember last time we did the pair of tens, it was incorrect. But that's also good to know. Whew, 28 games in, guys. 28 games in. We're gonna make it. I think we're gonna make it. We're also killing our goals up here for the silver hats. Yeah, this is a very secondary sort of thing. So we'll put the heart down for the queen. We'll put the 10 for the club, and then we'll put the 8 down for the heart. Put the 2 down, also for the club there, and a 5 down for another club. And looks like our queen is our best bet here. And she lost. Our poor queen lost. It's cool though. Alright, and we are 4, 5. We're still one off of a straight, but it's not an inside straight or an outside straight, so I'm pretty sure that the king is the smartest play here. But let's go ahead and find out. Also, just so you guys know, for the app, it doesn't actually matter what order you put them in. As long as you go ahead and get all the cards there, it's, you know, it doesn't really matter which order you draw them in anyway. It's still going to be the same combinations, and the math is still going to be the same. So, for example, I put the king up front. As long as the suits are the same, it's fine. And it looks like, yeah, the math came out exactly the same, so it's all good. Okay, now here's the thing. Okay, so there are 2 suited high cards you definitely want to make sure that you hold. I think that increases the probability of another royal flush, especially the high cards. It increases your probability of a royal flush. So we're hoping that these 2 come out, but they didn't. And that's just how the random number generator crumbles. So pair of tens and an otherwise garbage hand, unfortunately. And yeah, the pair of tens is going to be our best bet here. And that's another loss, unfortunately. Yeah, we're just doing pretty garbage with these last couple hands here. Tell me in the comment section below, what was your guys' most garbage hand, would you say? I'm genuinely curious to see what everybody's worst hand's ever been. Looks like we got a pair of jacks, which is a guaranteed win. I'm not even going to calculate that. Alright, those jacks are better. Does that look a gift horse in the mouth there? Okay, so then we got ourselves that queen of diamonds there. I feel like she's our strong card here, so we're definitely going to hold on to her. And then we got the 8 of spades, the 10 of hearts, the 2 of hearts, and I believe the 7 of diamonds. So that puts us into the position where we definitely want to stick with that queen of diamonds there, and that puts us in a jacks or better position, which gets us through the hand. Oh, we got 2 pairs straight off the bat, boys and girls. My spinners and my sharks. So to my spinners out there and that aren't my sharks, I highly advise, if you're a slot player, if you're a spinner, if you really want to start getting a little more into card games, I'd say go lean towards the poker. I mean, you can even play the video poker here. You can play some video blackjack too, but video blackjack is so bad, I'd definitely play video poker. That at least has some reasonable odds to it. At least proportionately speaking. When you play it in the real casino, it's a completely different can of worms, but that's something just to consider. And we got 2 pair off that one. But the whole concept is like slots, but it's a controllable version of slots. It's like a clean burn of slots. It's fascinating. All right, and then we got a pair of aces here. So ace is always king on that one. We want to hold those. Yeah, video poker's like slots if you had any input, and that's why I think I'm more okay with video poker than slots, because I at least have some semblance of control and I can make a good decision or make a bad decision, and if I lose, that's just kind of on me. That's what it is. Versus with a slot, it's like, you know, you don't get that type of control, and that annoys me. I'd like to win or lose on my own merit, and I don't have that option as a slot player. It's just, hey, you just hit the RNG when it was supposed to hit, and you were betting enough for the RNG to matter. So, alright, we're 4 to a flush right now, and I'm trying to remember now. I definitely know that we want to hold those high cards there, because those high cards are going to be our tickets to a royal flush if it ever comes up, on the offhanded chance that it does, and that's a very offhanded chance, and that's why the payout's so high on that one. But I think our better bet is just going for a sure thing of a regular flush, which is 5 times our bet, so that might be worth. Oh, and that was worth it. That was worth it. There we go, and we're still ahead. We're still ahead of ourselves. So that's pretty good. And that's about, we're about 36 games in. Got ourselves a pair of 9s that aren't going to do us too much good, I'm afraid. So we're going to have to sit on those. The diamonds aren't going to do us any good. The 8 of hearts isn't going to do us any good. And that 5 of clubs sure isn't going to do any damage. So let's just stick with those 9s. And that was 3 of a kind. We lucked out, got 3 of a kind. But we were at least able to make a better decision. So we got these jacks over here. That's another thing about video poker. You do have the option to throw away a sure bet, but then at that point you just realize that you're doing terrible, and it's not a good thing to do. So that's just something to keep in mind. Something to keep in mind there. Alright, but we got ourselves a sure thing with these jacks. Let's go ahead and hold them. And that's the jacks are better. We at least get our bet back. That's what counts, and we're still getting these hats here. And we're still getting like 2 hats a hand. Let's take the sure thing. So after about 40 hands here, we're sitting at, let's see, we're up 2 million so far, and up quite a bit in the hats too, which is pretty nice. So that means we'll probably be able to get downtown next time we go and have a nice, have actually a very nice barbecue dinner, I think. Or we can even go to the steakhouse if we want to save it for a little while later. And I'm not sure if Wendy's going to want to go to the barbecue house there, but you know, I think we should definitely go downtown and hit up the steakhouse. I think that'd be a good time. We might have to go during November. I'm going to do a solo trip here in April, actually, but we're definitely planning on going in November, late November, just for a weekend to have a good time. So something to keep in mind too if you guys want to go with us on that one. There, we'll have a trip report ready for you. Okay, and that's a loss on that one, but that's okay because losses just happen. That's fine. And then we got 2 suited high cards, which we definitely want to make sure that we hold on to. I'll run it through the simulator if you guys don't trust me on that one, because I don't trust me on that one. But I know that is the correct play for a fact. Yep, actually it was. It was for once. Unfortunately, that was a loss as well, but mathematically, at least it was right. Alright, pair of 6s, unfortunately. Well, here's the thing. So we do have a pair of 6s, so we have 2 things that do match, which is nice. And if, again, for my spinners and my non-video poker players, the big thing about poker games like this is you want things to match. Matching is good, but you also want higher cards too. So having the ace of spades and the queen of spades, if we had other garbage cards, I'd just definitely hold those 2. But since we have the matching 6s, I feel like the matching 6s are the better call here. Let's go ahead and double check. Yes, the matching 6s are just on the offhanded chance that we get 2 more 6s or even 1 more 6 and get that 4 of a kind, that'd be outstanding. And unfortunately, we did not. Actually, I kind of wish I would have held on to one of those aces now, but hey, you know what? Them's the breaks. You can't see the future. It's all random number generation for which card comes out. That is a shame about video poker. You can't count cards in that. I understand you technically can in poker, but I've yet to master that skill, so I can't speak to that one. Oh, I very much enjoy this game though. It's chill. It's a great way to get some beers, get some cocktails and all that, and just relax. So let's hold these high cards here. Yep, and looks like we got a win on that one. Jacks or better, and that is definitely a jack or better. All right. Ooh, that's a rough hand. I think that's just hold the ace of hearts and pray, if I recall correctly. Let me just go ahead and double check in the application here. I'm feeling a lot more confident. The more practice with this thing, the more confident I feel, and the better I think I do. Just aside from the obscure hands, I don't really find that I need the application very much. It's just great, especially when I'm using the BlueStacks emulator to use it. Okay, cool. So that was indeed the correct play. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out for us. But again, 97% payback. We're technically supposed to, out of 100 games, we'd technically have to lose about 2.7 of them. So it is what it is. Pair of 2s coming our way. We got clubs. We got hearts. We got diamonds. We got aces. Which are wild. Well, I'm wild. That's about it. But we got 2s that we're going to hold on to. And we weren't lucky enough to make that work on... Oh, I really regret holding that 2 of hearts. But again, what you going to do? It's all random number generation in these machines. Alright, so we got a sure thing with these queens here. And we got a 3 of a kind out of it. Never give up the sure thing, because that's free money that you can be given away. So never give up free money. That's probably why I like the free play the most, because it's literal free money. I tried slots last time I went to Vegas. I put some money in the slots with the free play there, and it just didn't do it for me. I was drastically disappointed. It was like, ugh, slots are bad. Slots are just bad when it comes down to withdrawing your free play. So you want to go ahead and use it on video poker if you can. That is the surefire bet. If you're a really lucky person, I say go ahead and go for the slots if you think you're that lucky. I know I'm not that lucky from experience, so I always go for the video poker when I can. Alright, that's a jacks or better win. I'm feeling comfortable with that. We're also busting up the silver hats over here, having a good time with those, and really making some headway here. So let's go ahead and take that 8 of clubs and see what that does to... We got the queen of... I think we're going to hold both high cards regardless, just on the merit that they're both strong ones, and then we have twice the chance of getting something that's jacks or better. But yes, that's the way to do it. And that didn't really matter in the long run. Better probability, that's about it. So 3, 4, 5, 6... That's 4 to a straight, but I think actually the queen is the better option here. So we got the queen, it's a heart, spade, spade, club, diamond. Oh, actually no, we do want 4 to a straight, so 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and it was the straight. It was the straight, guys. Good job. Good job. Oh, and we were lucky enough to get another surefire win. Okay, now this is a tougher one. I think 4 to a flush is the correct play here. This is all diamonds. Everything is a diamond. And we're actually notoriously close to we were pretty close to a royal flush, but, well, actually a straight flush, excuse me. But that doesn't really matter. I don't think that's going to win. So let's go ahead and hope for a diamond here. Well, we got jacks or better at least. So 52 games in, and we are actually holding our own. And we're also dangerously close to a straight here. Just the straights are really coming out in force right now. I'd very much like them to continue coming out in force, but I'm not sure how lucky we're gonna stay. And I don't feel comfortable holding those straights. Cool. Nope. Darn, we were literally one card off, but it's okay, it happens. Just wasn't meant to be. Now I believe it's the ace and the queen are going to be our best bets over here. I don't find that you have to hold the king very often, which I find very bizarre, honestly. I figured that the king would be a good one to hold, but I just find very few hands where he's the most advantageous. I just usually find it's the queen that seems to be the most advantageous hand. It's very interesting. Kind of like chess in that regard. Yep, ace and the queen, especially since they're suited, are the best bet. Alright, so we lost on that one. We do have 2 5s here, so that's a surefire 2 pair or 3 of a kind. More than likely, or at least that's what we're hoping. Okay, so we got a pair of 6s that are going to stay with us for sure. Now the real question is, what do we want to do with the diamond here? Now the jack, this of diamonds, and then we got more clubs, and then we got a heart over here too, but I'm quite certain that we just want the 6s. Yep, and then the game concurred with me. Yeah, then the app concurred with me and we lost. Alright, 3 to a flush, but we're going to hold that king. And let's go ahead and make sure our advice is correct here. Yep, looks like that's the one we want to hold. Jacks are better. That's a win. Alright, and I think we got ourselves 2 7s that we want to hold on to. So I'm going to go ahead and do 1 spade here and 1 diamond here. We'll do a 9 of hearts here. 6 of diamonds. And then the queen of hearts. No, excuse me, queen of diamonds. I'm going to hold both those 7s and lose. Alright, let's go for another round. And let's see here. Okay, here we go. Okay, so let's see what cards are... Okay, so we're going to want to do the high cards here. And we were successful with the win there. And we're going to want to hold those 2 7s instead of the high cards. So we have a higher probability of a 3 of a kind. Let's go ahead and see how that does. Unfortunately, that didn't pan out for us. Alright, so I think the 2 high cards, since they're suited, are the ones that we want to keep, as well as this 10 over here, because we were in a situation like this before, where we wanted the suited cards, and not just the 10s, and not just the 10s that happen to match. So let's see if it pays off this time. It did not. 6, 7, 8. No, queen. Queen is the best one to hold. Yep, that's a loss. Jack's the best one to hold, unless we really want to go ahead and go for the flush. I don't think the flush is the smart move to go for here, but you never know. It is the flush. That is the smart move to go for. So we're wound up jacks are better. That's hilarious. And we just got a straight up straight. And we're we're getting there. We're getting there. We're maintaining. We're maintaining right now. And we're 4 to a flush, so that's a no-brainer. Okay. Now for this one's a little bit tougher because we can go 4, 5, 7, 8. Yeah, this is actually a little bit of a garbage hand. And when I say a little bit, this is an absolute garbage hand. I believe the correct play here is to completely abandon everything that you have and then just try again from fresh. That's just the smart thing to do right now. Yep. Garbage hand. Up, see? That would have been so much better. Would have loved that flush, but that didn't happen. Okay, we got 2 pairs straight off. We're going to keep that. Okay, now here's a tough one. I believe the correct play is to go with the ace and the jack, but let's go ahead and double check with the app. Okay, so it looks like the jack and the ace are correct. And that's 3 of a kind anyway, look at that. We seem to be slowing down just a little bit on how much we're gathering hats here. I think we're within the last 40 games right now anyway, so I suspected this was going to happen regardless. And we're finally moving up towards level 18 too, so that's been pretty nice. That's been pretty nice. Alright, so let's hold these 2 9s, see what happens. Not much of anything. Okay, so with this new hand over here, we are 4 to a flush. Let's see what happens. Nothing. And this is an absolute garbage hand. 4 5, nothing, nothing. Ironically, we got jacks or better anyway. Pair of 8s might be your best bet here. Didn't do much. This one also a pretty garbagey hand here. We're missing the 8 to go either direction on this. So 8 is pretty much our linchpin here. And unfortunately, although they all look very nice together, none of these actually match. The clubs aren't working, and neither are the spades. So our best bet, since we're 3 to a flush anyway. Alright, since we got a straight win for once, let's just take that. Big lesson, never give away a free win. And then we're just hitting those wins back to back. Although they're kind of washes. We're just getting our bet back, really. We're just betting the same 250,000. This is where it gets interesting. This is where we got to make an actual decision. Now the actual decision on this one is always just kind of hold the ace here. And look at that, 3 of a kind. Ooh, those 2s are probably our best bet, unfortunately. I'd really prefer that they weren't our best bet, but I believe they are actually our best bet. Let's go ahead and run it through the simulator real quick just to see what happens here. I gotta get that 8-2 of spades, and it looks like, nope, yeah, the 2s are the best bet. Unfortunately, they did not pan out for us. Seven, okay. And this king is probably gonna be our only option here. These are some really kind of janky hands. That's a technical term, janky. It means a hand that it's kind of junky and it's kind of weird. And there's another word for it too. But we're just gonna hold that king. Negative. And the jack and the ace are probably our best bet over here. Actually, they're about equivalently good. And this is a completely junk hand. And redrawing just worked. Alright, we got a surefire win here. Another win. Actually, pair of nines is probably the smartest play here instead of the ace. I'd prefer to do the ace, but I think that's only the second best play. Turns out the best play was the smartest play. Go figure. Now here's the nice thing about the small cards on this one. They're at least suited. Now I don't think that's going to help as much because we also have two suited high cards that I do believe are going to be our best bet here. So let's go ahead and pick on the ace and pick on the jack here. They had nothing to do with the victory, but you know what? I'll take it anyway. Pair of sixes, also not really going to be our strong card here, but it's going to be our only option, unfortunately. Just mathematically, it's the smartest thing to do. And that's a little bit of that. Alright guys, so we got two pair over here. That's an easy win. Oh, and ended on a full house. Very nice, very nice. Okay, I don't think that's going to work out none too well here. I think the king is our strongest play here. Yep, wasn't a strong play at all. And then the queen and the ace. Actually, you know, those are suited. So let's do the clubs, the spades. Actually, I think it might be smart to hold the 10 as well, too, just on the offhanded chance of a win. Yes, it is. Alright, worked out nice. Alright. And I think the 3 is supposed to join us in the suit again, just on the merit that it's a good selection there. Not that it's a strong selection, but it might be a good selection in this particular case. No, it is just the high cards. I apologize. Okay, and then we'll do the ace, and I believe the queen as well, too. Didn't work out. Alright, I think we got about 11 hands to go, including this one. Let's go ahead and do... Yeah, ace is strongest on this one. And coincidentally, that was a win. And this is another one where the ace is the strongest card. And that one didn't work out. Definitely in our last few hands. We got a pretty garbage hand here, so we're going to redraw that one. Alright, now this one we actually are 4 to a flush, so we're going to keep the suits. That was a bad call too. Now we're only 3 to a flush, but we do have 2 high cards to go ahead and compensate with. Yep, and it looks like our best bets are indeed the high cards. Still a loss, but reasonable loss. And we got 2 pair coming in. And just a few more hands to go. Pair of 4s are probably going to be our strongest hand at this point here. So you guys are probably noticing the patterns and the plays here, just when you start seeing everything. Now that we've been at this for a while. So let's see what those 4s do. 3 of a kind. Alright guys, 3 more hands to go. Pair of 6s versus the jack. And then the ace over here, which I think would be a better play personally, but I am not the super mathematician here. So we're going to go ahead and see what the app does on that one. Turns into 2 pair. I only would have got 1 pair, so I would have lost. If I just went with the gut. Okay, now in this one here, it's a pretty rough hand. I think the Jack and the Queen are the strong cards here, but again, I'm not entirely sure. I swear this game actually has increased my poker game winnings here. My video poker winnings. It's just been being out of practice. Yes, it is the Jack and the Queen. 99. Okay. And last game right here. Let's see how we do. Boom, we got a surefire win. Yep, worked out. Alright guys, and I think that's the experiment right there. So, we started with a total of 27,855,500 chips. We ended with 28,385,000 chips, and worked out pretty nicely. So we're looking at a profit of about 500,000 from putting from putting 25 million through the machine. And yes, we did put 25 million chips through the machine. So it looks like we had about 102% payback, whereas the optimal payback percentage was 97.3. So we actually did better with the application there. Now this is a short sample size, a very small sample of hands there. Small session, but that's not too bad. So if you guys are going to play casually in between, it looks like this game can up your game a bit. I'd still recommend to go ahead and I'd still recommend downloading this on BlueStacks, so you can go ahead and use this on your phone, or if you're on your iPad, then you can download this on the phone as well too. Bounce between things and then make better decisions that way. But I'm gonna give the app a thumbs up, and I would think I'm gonna go ahead and give it a good 4 stars in the App Store. Only problem I had with it is it was hard to tell when it was time to clear the game. As it turns out, you just go ahead and start picking more cards. So that was the only gripe I had with it. I'll put a review on Amazon too, and I'll probably review it another time on the channel. But till then, Ace Vegas is signing out. Strong hands and happy spinning, guys. And yeah, check out this application. Thanks.
Thank you.